BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
What's up, guys? Chef Jeff, this dope cookie show. What's up? How y'all doing? What's going on? Where y'all been? What y'all been up to? Look, check me out. We back again. It's Tuesday, 5:30, and we are cooking, right? So call your friends, tell them to tune in, call the rest of their friends to tune in. This dope cooking show. You can do it on Facebook. We on Roku TV, and we on YouTube. This dope cooking show, all one word. Tag a friend, tell them to tune in. Look, this week we cooking, right? So we're gonna get right to it. What y'all been up to first? What y'all been up to? What's going on? Huh? Me? Chilling. Still chilling. That's big on my list. Let's see. I got, some stuff coming in because I'm gonna start working on my project card. I'm kind of excited and stoked about that. I don't really get opportunity to do much for myself like I want to. So we about to start, and it's gonna be crazy. So stay tuned for that because I'm excited, and I got like all kinds of crazy stuff in my head that I gotta like pull out and put into actual reality, right? So bear with me because it's gonna be something. Have y'all ever been like the type of people that like all of a sudden like you think about something, you want to do something, or you have a project, but then the project grows? You have to do it grows from this to this, then you have to reel yourself back in. But then you see something else and be like, well, I could do that too. So you get back out there, then you got to reel yourself back in. Well, that's the chef. That's me. I always be doing too much. So I have to reel myself back in. I got a homeboy. I'd be like, hey, what about this? What about this? What about this? And he'd be like, yeah, no, that's, you don't want to do all that. So I have to reel myself back in. I have to, come back to reality because I got this much I want to do and this little money. So it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But I'm kind of excited about that. So school has started. I'm in the swing of things. We're doing lunch a little different over at school this year. I'm giving them options. They can get cheeseburger. They can get grilled cheese sandwiches, hot wings. So I'm giving them 2 meals at once, and the kids is eating it up. So, so the middle schoolers from this year and the middle schoolers from last year, two totally different people. Two totally different groups of people. They eat, the middle schoolers this year eating down. I'm talking about seconds, thirds. You got some more in the back type kids. And I love it because, it makes me, make me feel good. But they eat, and they eating good this year for real. So I'm loving that. I'm enjoying it. So, and then the high school kids, of course, they're gonna keep it 100% real with me every single time. Like Chef Jeff, this wasn't no good one. We don't like that one. Do something else. They keep it at 100 like every time. So school year's off to a great start. We getting ready to get into winter breaks, things like that. Looking forward to it. Yep, looking forward to having a little time. Everybody here is still buzzing about the visit to St. Louis, the visit to see Papa, see Nana. Everybody's having a good time talking about it. So we're going to plan another trip that way. Y'all got to see some of the stuff that I was getting into when I was there because I ate good. And so this time I'm going to make sure that I do the opposite. I'm not going to eat like I did. Because, them pounds be ready to jump back on you. They be ready. Like, okay, yep, 2 more. 5 here, 3 there, 7 there. They be trying. And they were trying, but they did not succeed. They did not succeed on your boy. So, we still keeping the weight off, still going to the gym every morning. But, discipline, consistency is the key to the game. Y'all ain't hungry yet? Because I was. And I, over the weekend, went back to a popular spot here called The Vault. And they have expanded. And let me tell you, I ate good. I ate real good. I'm talking about I almost was kind of scared, right? Because the food was so good, right? There was so I had the Chilean sea bass. It was over some type of risotto. I can't remember the cream, but it was so good. Nice size portion, right, for what I paid for it, right? I think it might have been, I would have to say a 6 ounce, maybe 6 ounce piece of Chilean sea bass. That's a big, if you know sea bass, you know that's a big chunk, right? Over some risotto. It had some green. I mean, it must have been seaweed. I wasn't feeling that. But the little cream sauce they had on it, fire. I'm talking about too good, right? So boom, that happened. Had a good time. Me, Doc, another couple group went out. We sat back, we talked, we had a good time. The piano player was behind me doing his thing. And let me tell you something. I like live music, but sometimes loud music be too loud, right? And it was real, like you could hear it, but it wasn't so loud and overpowering that you was like, what's going on? So I um I really enjoyed like his mix of songs. I'm sure it was like the top 40s or whatever, because I found myself bobbing or singing along with him. But he was singing right behind me, but you couldn't even tell. So kudos to the sound system. Kudos to that piano player, that pianist, because he did his thing the whole time we sat there, and I never felt like the music was too loud. I never. Now it was cold. Now let's keep it a beat. They had the air jumping in there. Okay, had the air on. Keep them cool while they eat because it was good and cold in there, right? And I enjoyed all of that too. So, like I say, I had Chilean sea bass over this risotto. They had family style sides, so they had fried Brussels sprouts. You know, I'm a fool for some Brussels sprouts, and it had some glaze on it. Mm. Now I eat at 54th Street, and I get the Brussels sprouts there, and sometimes, and they are hit or miss. But this dish, these Brussels sprouts at the vault was fire, spot on. I'm talking about uh, kudos to the chef because it was good, right? So I enjoyed that, had a good time. Got to, just have a just a date night, a real not a date night where I had to do something. I ain't really into that. Not 100. I will do it, but I want to just chill, kick back. You know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we did, and it was a good night. We had a really good night, and I'm talking about came home and went straight to sleep. I told Doc, I said, "What if we go sit on the couch for a get sleepy, come back and lay in the bed and try all over again? Let's just go to bed." And I went to bed. So it was a great night. We had a good night. So the vault, if you're in the DFW area in Mansfield, Texas, is a place called the Vault. Y'all need to go there. Try it. The lamb chops are fire. I've had them. The steak is fire. They got a charcuterie board if you're not too hungry. It's good. They also have a cigar bar in the back. It's jumping back there. I would just, take a day and go to the cigar bar and just cool. They want you to spend like $20 every hour or something like that. But once you buy a cigar, some food, and a couple of drinks, you have met your limit. And they not real pushy about it too. So it's real chill. The Vault. It's black owned spot. They also have a place called El Primo's, which is in the same plaza. So they expanded the Vault. So the first time we went to the Vault, it was a Halloween party. It was reservation only, and it was like, we supposed to be here type deal, right? Because everybody was dressed up with costumes. Well, we didn't have on no costume. We was just on a double day. We still had a good time. We still interacted. We just didn't have no costumes. But this time we went back. We had, we dressed for the occasion. Got to put on me another shirt. You know what I'm saying? Show off my boy's figure that I'm creating over here. And we got to it. So it was a nice vibe, grown sexy type deal. You know what I'm saying? Food was good, black owned. And so like I said, they expanded the place. So we went back this time because they expanded it. Beautiful renovations. The ambiance is just real. You like walk in and be like, okay, I see what y'all got going. So real cool spot. I liked it. I would like to frequent the place, but hey, my dish was $56. So do prepare to spend some bread when you go in there because it's not cheap at all. This ain't nothing you finna go skate by. You gotta spend some money. And like I said, the drinks are very good. Food was even better. And then the chef does take time to come out and greet. He's a black-owned guy. I forget. I don't even know his name is. I thought I knew his name. I thought it started with an H. Maybe Harold. I don't know. I could be wrong. Very, very wrong. Don't quote me on that. Don't go in there asking for Chef Harold because that may be the wrong guy. Anyway, the chef, you'll know him because he got on a chef outfit. He's real nice, real pleasant. He greeted most of the tables. I watched him work the room a little bit. Great place. So I was y'all. You got a date, you're trying to impress him. You want to lay it all out. Go to the vault and have a good time. We finna get started, right? So today we're going back home a little bit, right? So we're doing a roast, but we're doing it in the oven. We ain't doing it in the crock pot, pressure cooker. We ain't doing that. It ain't gonna be the Mississippi pot roast. It ain't gonna be that one. Okay? So we're doing a roast. We put them in the oven. We season them up. We're gonna pan sear that guy, and then we're gonna put them in the oven to finish, right? We're gonna pair that with some mashed potatoes. And then I got a little something I want to sneak y'all in, right? This is called trash can greens. Now, everybody ain't a fan of the glory greens in the can, right? I get it. Okay, cool. But I will occasionally, I want some greens. I don't want to pick none. I want some greens, right? Everybody was doing the gumbo greens. Last year, gumbo greens, taking everything from gumbo, putting it in the greens. Okay. I'm with y'all on that to a certain extent. But I don't be, the gumbo thing. First of all, my father-in-law is from Louisiana. I don't be wanting to try it, right? Don't want the Louisiana dude to be like, well, this ain't gumbo. Don't want that, right? So I just kind of stay away from it. You know what I mean? Plus, I'm not a big seafood person. I'm not. I'm allergic to shellfish. So what we put in the gumbo? Chicken and sausage? Okay. How often you gonna do chicken and sausage gumbo? So anyway, but this is trash can greens. So I got my little stuff I put in there with the glory greens. We let them play together, and we got some greens, right? So that's what we're gonna have. We're gonna have roast, oven roast. We're gonna have mashed potatoes. Y'all know how I do my mashed potatoes. Butter, garlic, salt, and pepper. We're gonna keep them simple because that roast gonna give it that flavor. You're gonna mix all that up with that plate. Oh, it's gonna be fire. Look, call your friends, stay tuned. We're finna get working. What's up, guys? Chef Jeff, this dope cooking show. Look, this week we're gonna do something just a little different. I'm gonna do a roast, but we're not gonna put it in the Instant Pot like y'all be doing. We're gonna do it the old school way, like your mama and my mama and them used to do, in the oven. So I've been having a hankering for a good old roast. I've been wanting something different, something good. I was like, well, shoot. I don't want the same Mississippi little pot roast that they've been doing. I want something different. So I went to the store in the midst of my grocery shopping, and I found me a roast. I found me some stuff I want to try with it. So these are our seasonings we're going to use. Sunday pot roast. And then I'm going to use a tomato, basil, garlic. See what we get. Is it going to be like down home? Nah. But it's going to be close. Just because I am who I am, right? So look, we're going to season this thing. We're going to do a hard sear. We're going to do a sear in the skillet, and then we're going to finish it in the oven, right? Doing two things at once. So I'm cooking dinner and I'm filming something for the show too. So y'all just bear with me a little bit. So we already got our skillet going. We're going to season this guy, right? So we got those two seasonings that we're going to use, and we're going to add another one. Of course, I got to use my garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper mix. So we're just going to season it. Just like that. Season it real good. We're going to use these other seasonings. You got to mix in there. Mix them all up together. We're going to sprinkle some of them on there. Then we're going to flip it over. So season both sides. Actually, you probably should season all sides, but for the sake, the sake of this, we're just going to season both sides, right? Boom. So we're going to get some of that on there. And I kind of pat it down just like I do like if I was doing some ribs, right? I didn't use a binder, but that's what we got. We're going to flip that guy over, repeat the process. We're going to sear this guy off. And what we're going for is to lock in this flavor that we're putting on here so it'll cook, right? Lock in that flavor so it'll cook. That's what we want to do. So we're going to season them real good. We got our skillet already heating up. And so this is gonna be a longer process, right? Because you gotta let this guy cook in the oven, which it take, it takes some time when you cook stuff in the oven, right? So that's what we looking like. We got our roast seasoned already, right? And then we're gonna get over here to the skillet, throw it in there. Okay, so now we get ready to put that baby. We got it seasoned up. We're gonna put that baby in that old skillet and let it do what it do. We're gonna get started with that part. We're gonna go and get it in there. So we're gonna let it cook. We're gonna let it get a good crust on the outside. Then we're gonna put it in the oven and let it finish. And we're gonna let it slow cook. 300 degrees out of 4 hours. I don't know. We winging this thing. So you with me, I'm with you. We winging it together and we're gonna see what happens. So we're gonna let it cook on this side. Then we're gonna flip it over. And then we're gonna pour all of that, everything that's in that skillet, we're gonna pour all of that into the pan to let it cook. A lot of people throw, potatoes and carrots and all of that in there. Not this one. We're gonna do it a little different. We could do that, but I don't want to. So you can do it if you want. This is your show. It's your thing. This is your meat. This your presentation. This is your dinner. This is your lunch. Whatever. I just choose to do it. So I keep it simple, right? Because we're gonna do some mashed potatoes, right? We're gonna do some mashed potatoes and probably some trash can greens. What is that? I'm glad you asked me because don't nobody really know. So we're gonna do a roast. We're gonna do some mashed potatoes, and we're gonna do some trash can greens. Trash can greens. Whatever you think of when you think of trash can, that. So we're just gonna try something different this time. I heard about the gumbo greens. Okay, so my father-in-law is from New Orleans, and I'm like, wait, afraid to try do anything got to do with gumbo because I don't want him to talk about me. But y'all see how that was looking. But I can do a gumbo. You know what I'm saying? I can do that type of stuff. I can do that thing too. I just don't want to because I don't want, a little scared, a little bit, just a little bit. So I came up with trash can greens, right? So I just actually came across some stuff one day and I just put it all in the pan. And that was that on that. That's how it all happened. Put it in the pan. You want to go medium heat on this. You don't want it to cook too fast, right? You want to make sure you get that good. You want to get all that brown on the outside there. Lock in your flavor. And we're going to put it in the pan. We're going to wrap him up. We're going to throw it in the oven. Let him cook. Let him cook, they be saying. So that's what we're doing. We're going to have some, for another dinner, for dinner, this is what we have for dinner. What y'all not going to see is dirty rice. It's catfish over dirty rice with this seafood sauce I've been working on. I'm going to just show y'all a picture of that, and we may do that another time. But I'm still working on that one. So hang tight. We're going to get it in there. Okay, so we back. Over my shoulder is we got our water boiling for our mashed potatoes. Water, salt, butter. That's it. Okay, so for these trash can greens, all right, this is what we're going to use. Now, I don't know if y'all seen these, but Walmart, Target, Kroger has this now called Real Good. Now, it's got 21 grams of protein in it, 4 total carbs, right? So it's on the healthier side of things, right? So I use this Parmesan garlic chicken. This is chicken breast. It's already cut up. It's already made. All that, right? So that's the chicken we're gonna use. So in our trash can greens, and so you can see inside there. That's what it looks like. Boom. All right. So we got that. In our trash can greens, we are going to put bacon, this chicken, red pepper, green pepper, onion. That's what we're gonna put in our trash can greens. So here's how we do it, right? So all of those things we're gonna saute together. So we're gonna put our bacon in first, we're gonna put our chicken in first, Then we're gonna get them sizzling, get them cooked down, get them playing together real good, right? And then this how we gonna, and then we're gonna cut up our vegetables, add them in there. So that's how that goes, right? It's trash can, just whatever you got, throw it in there. Now I have to make it make a little bit of sense just for me, right? Got to make a little bit of sense just because I'm me, who I am. So make it make sense to you, right? You don't have to do that, but this is something quick, right? Fall coming around, it's a little hearty meal. I wanted some greens. I just didn't want to pick none. So I had a can of Glory Greens, and I was like, well, I ain't finna just eat them by themselves, right? Everybody got their hoopla about the Glory Greens, how they, this how I make mine taste good. So this is trash can greens. So let's get started on that while our water boils. Boom. Okay. So now we got our roast browned off, right? You got them in there. Did y'all see that? See how we got that sear on both sides? Boom. So we got that going. All right. Got them. We're going to put the rest of those seasons that I showed you. We're going to sprinkle them over the top of it. I'm going to put them in there too. Right. And then everything, the drippings that was left in the pan from when you seared it, we can put them in there too. Now you can do a more dry heat sear. Excuse me. You can do a more dry heat sear if you want. I just chose not to. So everything that was in that pan gonna go in here. All right. Yep. Get all that in there with it. Yes, indeed. And that's that on that. So that's gonna be what we got. That's gonna be the start of our meal, right? So we're gonna do some mashed potatoes. We're gonna do this roast, and I'm gonna show y'all my trash can greens, right? I know it's crazy. I know what you're thinking. I ain't never heard of it. I know you ain't, because you never been with me. So look, this is going in the oven. We're gonna let that guy cook. I'm gonna put just a smidge of water in there. So let's do a half a cup of water in the pan. All right. Everything that's in there. And we're gonna let it rock. And I'm gonna show y'all the end results when it come out. We cooking, y'all. This dope cooking show. Okay, so we're gonna get this cut up. So I know y'all know how, and remember how I did the greens before on how do you season your greens. If not, go back and watch that on YouTube. This dope cooking show, all one word. You can go back and watch that episode. This is totally different. We're not gonna do them like this. We're not gonna do none of that what we did for those. So this is a whole different animal, right? And so you got to approach it totally different, and that's okay. It's all good. It's no problem. We got it. So we got a little bit of green pepper. We got a little bit of bell pepper. Now, this is up to you. I don't really like spicy stuff. I ain't a big fan of it, but here's where you can do something like add a jalapeno, add a poblano. You know what I mean? Give it a little spice. I may throw a little bit of cayenne pepper in there, but nah, not too. I probably won't. You know what I'm saying? Because I really ain't a spicy eater type person. But you can do whatever you want to, right? With this particular recipe. There's no rhyme or reason. There's really no recipe for it because why? I made it up. So you can do it however you want to. You can do it whatever you want to. It ain't gotta be nothing fancy other than putting these ingredients in it. And if you don't want to use these ingredients, you don't even have to. But this is what I chose to use, right? Just because I'm me. And that's all I'm using as far as onion, pepper, all of that. That's all I'm gonna use. I ain't gonna use a lot because everybody don't like everything. So we just gonna make sure that we, give it enough flavor, give it enough taste for everybody. So this particular one, I'm not gonna use. And so you're gonna use bacon, chicken, and these three vegetables, right? So you don't want to overpower it. You want to kind of keep it equal amounts of all of these. And that's how you get the difference of flavor added to those Glory Greens. And I'm sure somebody out there like, I'll never use Glory Greens. Oh, okay, that's you. I mean, that's cool. I don't like to have stuff in my house that I can't use, right? I don't like to have stuff just waiting on their next turn, just sitting here expiring. So, we're going to get some stuff in here that we can use, right? So I don't know what I bought the Glory Greens for when they was here. and why they was here. But they was in there. I didn't want to go buy no greens. And then too down here, like somebody every Sunday goes and buy all the greens at the store. Every Sunday they do it. Every Sunday. Don't know why. Don't know what they got going. But every Sunday they go to the store and buy up all of the greens. And I just don't want to fight whoever that is because, yeah, no, I'm cool. So, yeah, we're gonna set that to the side. Get out a stock pot going. Get us a little pot going. Get a little heat in there. And so our chicken, like I said, it's frozen, but that's what it's looking like, right? I'm telling you, it's gonna be a good product. It's gonna be good for you. You're gonna like this. I promise you will. We got a little bit of that, right? We got some bacon we're gonna put on there. We're gonna cut this bacon up. And this is a low sodium. I've been trying stuff that's not got so much sodium in it, right? Because we all got to look out for our health. So I've been just trying different stuff just to see what I can bring to y'all that might be something y'all can try, right? So this is a low sodium bacon. Still tasted good to me. So, man, it's cool. My kids like bacon and eggs. So I just make sure that they can have that. But I don't want to get them too caught up like, hooked on the bacon and then they be looking all, feeling all bad later. So these are all our simple ingredients for that trash can. For the trash can greens, okay? Like I said, any of these can be changed out. You can put in what you want to, add what you want to. But this is what we're going to use for the trash can greens on this episode of This Dope Cooking Show, all right? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to flip the camera around. We're going to get this working in the pot, right? Before we add our glory greens in. I'm just making sure I say glory greens because I don't want you to think they my greens or that I picked them because I didn't. And you're going to be able to tell as soon as you see them. All right? So then we're going to do that and we're going to come right back. All right. We got them working. We got them. We got all them ingredients in that pot working. Not all of them. So I started with the bacon and the chicken, right? And I want those two to start mixing well together. Got to get going. There we go with that. We got our water. It's already ready to start boiling for them potatoes. Right? We're using instance again. We're using instance. Don't be afraid to use some instant potatoes. We're going to use some instance. Because that's what we need for right now. That's what we need for this episode. We need them instants. We need to instantly get him done. So as those two are playing together over there, the chicken and that sausage, these instant potatoes are just what they say, instant. They're gonna instantly be done. So all you do when go ahead and pull them off the heat, let them get going. Let them start thickening up because once they start cooling down, they're gonna thicken up. So you got the potatoes done already. You can turn that fire off. Come over here and add our vegetables in. What we got? We're going to let them saute together. And that's that on that. See? This Dope Cooking Show. We're not playing with them. We are not playing with you or them or nobody for that matter. That's what we do. We get it in. So the instance, you let them sit to the side. They're going to thicken up. That's that on that. So we got all our stuff cooking and playing around. We got our roast in. Making these greens, these trash can greens for you. Yeah. Just a little something. The weather has changed. Starting to be a little cooler, thank God. So, hey, I'm with it. I am with it. This is a good little hearty meal that you can have real quick. And then try it out at your, make dinner for somebody. Ain't nothing like a good old roast. Ain't nothing like a good roast. They've been dumbing it down with this, the Mississippi pot roast and all that. They've been dumbing them down, right? Nah, man, you can't dumb it down. You cannot dumb it down. So I want y'all to see this in the bottom of that pan. See that? Flavor. That's flavor right there, y'all. You want to leave that in there because once you put that liquid in there from them greens, that's gonna get it all in there and make it good. Good. All right, so we're gonna put our plate together here shortly. Be right back. Okay, so we got our trash can greens working. We got our mashed potatoes done, and we got that roast in the oven, ready to come out here shortly. So let me tell you something. The oven roast is a process. Don't rush it. It's a process that you have to like really work the process, right? You got to cook it slow. You got to cook it low, just like you would in the crock pot, but it's in the oven. So you definitely want to take time to check it, make sure that it's not burnt. You want to make sure there's enough liquid in the pan so it'll go ahead and get that good flavor, get that flavor rotating through right throughout the steaming process of it. And don't rush it. Do not rush this process because you pull it out too soon, you're gonna have a tough piece of meat. And if you wait, you're gonna burn it up, right? So you definitely want to check it, right? Everybody say every time period is different. So I did mine on 300 degrees for 4 hours. I was just chilling. I ain't had nothing to do. So why not, right? Of course, it's gonna cook faster if you wanted to, but I wanted my meat to be a certain way. I wanted to be a certain texture. I wanted to be like butter when I ate it, and that's what I was going for. So you got to make sure you check your process, okay? Now with these trash can greens, like this. Okay, so look, this is what we got. Check this out. Check us out. Trash can green. Trash can. All right. Now, don't be afraid to add whatever you want. Keep in mind, though. Keep in mind, if you should use the glory greens, they got a smoke flavor to them, right? Heavy on the smoke. So you're gonna want things in there that's gonna play well with that smoke flavor. Right now, we use garlic parmesan chicken. So that particular chicken, it's got a little salt to it, right? So you don't need to really season what you got going on. Okay. That garlic, the parmesan is just formality because it's not cheesy. It's not pieces of cheese on the parmesan. It's not. It's really not. That's a formality, right? That's just another one of those things they add on the package to be like, ooh, garlic parmesan chicken. It's not. It's not. You're not gonna taste parmesan at all. I promise you. Take the word from this guy, me, Chef Jeff, from the award-winning This Dope Cookie Show. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them. Don't let them fool you. Okay. All right. Listen to me now. All right. You throw that garlic gonna play well with everything you got in there, right? It's gonna be good. Okay. Don't think twice about using that chicken. I know what it say on the package. You will not be let down. Now, you can also that chicken's gonna go good with everything else, but it's gonna go good with this too. That's why you put it in there and let it cook with that bacon and all of that, all the flavors gonna infuse, right? Just I promise you, it's gonna be all right. I got you. So look, we should be coming around the mountain because we knocked all that out. We got our roast in, we got our greens simmering, and we got our mashed potatoes done. So this thing should be wrapping up pretty quick, right? Let's see. So here we go, guys. We're gonna get right into it. Look at that. Trash can green, right? Just whatever you got. Look at that. All them different colors and flavors in there ready to play. We kept our mash simple, right? By mash simple, but look at this roast. Look at this pot. Look at this oven roast. Let me tell y'all something. I don't know about y'all, but I find myself picking off the roast, even though it ain't all the way done. All right, guys. So look, we did it again. Y'all saw what we just did, right? So look, I don't know about y'all, but I've been picking off the roast the whole time, the whole cooking process. I've been picking off the roast. So I know, I've been look, I just been picking off of it. Okay, because why not? Get into it. Let's get into it, guys. Come on. Y'all see it. Y'all see that thing? Smoke come off of it. So I didn't do a gravy. One, everybody here don't like gravy. But two, you don't really need it with this one. You got some of the juice that come off of that pot roast, oven roast, and then you got the juice from the greens. Get all up in there. All up in there. Fire, guys. With the chicken. Bon appetit. So, another episode of this Dope Cooking Show in the books. Trash can green, oven roasted roast, beef roast, on mashed potatoes. We did it again, guys. Catch y'all next week, because I'm finna eat.